And then I watch the Uber get to the house, and as the Uber gets to the house, it cancels. I'm like, what the fuck? And I text Devin, phone's dead. It's not on. And
at this point, her phone's dead.
And then when I look at the address, it's Compton. So my 16-year-old daughter is in Compton, and the Uber driver, when he got to the house, switched off and canceled, and her phone went flat at the same time. The West. Yeah, man. Yeah. Hey. Shut up and listen to this. Welcome to the show. Tully is in Hawaii, and Dingo is here in the Tully seat. Hello, Dingo.
This is Tully's seat?
Yeah.
Fuck Tully.
Nice. Well played. He's a seasoned veteran, ladies and gentlemen. Sometimes Tully sits there when there's a guest, so he has 2 seats. He's very special. He's important. He's VIP. But what was I going to say? I really like my hair. I feel like if I had hair, this is the hair that I would have, because it's confusing as fuck.
There's a lot going on for people that aren't watching this on YouTube and are
Why
listening
aren't
to
you
the
watching
audio
it on
only.
YouTube, you people?
Yeah, subscribe, like, share, all that stuff. Tell a friend.
If you subscribe, it helps the show way more than just watching it. That's what Ryan Sickler told me.
It's big. It's a big help, and it's one click. Help your homies out.
What, Dingo?
Why's that?
I don't know. I just believe Ryan Sickler because he's like a proper podcaster, comedian that knows the ins and outs of the industry, and I've been listening to him, and he says, it helps the show a lot if you actually subscribe to the YouTube channel.
Okay, cool.
Right.
You returned to the Honeydew fairly recently.
Once again. Yeah, very recently. I still haven't been given. I would have been given the links by now, but yeah. I just saw because I don't remember. That was a rush one. I guess something happened with Sickler, and some people fell through, and he needed somebody to come in, and I was like, yeah, no problem. And then I didn't feel that great about it because at the very start, I guess I said something where he was like, I misunderstood you. I thought you were talking about beating women. We'll just edit that out. And I was like, yeah, I wasn't talking about beating women, but it's terrible to know that you thought that that's what I was talking about because, I don't know, my accent or something. I was just saying I think the people that I'm most scared of is somebody that if they knock you out, they butt fuck you. I don't know where he got that. I was talking about women, but I was like, to me, that's the scariest person. I'm already doing it. The story I was going to get to is he told me that his show, The Honeydew, love his podcast, love Ryan Sickler, there's 2 people that he can't monetize anymore.
Who's that?
Myself and Joey Diaz. So to know that you can't monetize me, YouTube has me, like, my name linked. So at one point I paid, I won't say the amount, but way more money than I have to boost my YouTube, get it out there and use like the Google search engine guy to help me do all that stuff. And he said every single ad that they posted was shut down by YouTube.
Because you're
because I'm on it.
Because you're flagged?
Yeah.
So think about that, ladies and gentlemen. When you want to smash that subscribe button, big help.
Mm-hmm.
We got flagged.
Yeah, I think it's pretty. I mean, because I talk about sex and that's evil.
What dorks?
And
So wait, did the
then-
robots decide this? Robots were like, sex detected. You are flagged.
I don't know how it works exactly. I know that Hawk versus Wolf got flagged for the first episode because the girl that we interviewed took a hefty slam, and we have the video of
Lizzie.
it. Yeah, Lizzie Armano. Yeah, we got reported for that.
Oh my god.
So I think that it's a little bit of a if my name's in it, which is terrible for me. Like,
Yeah, that's gonna really make a difference on the Jason Ellis show.
right?
Yeah, you're on every episode.
You can't get rid of me. I can't believe it'd be different. The craziest thing is it'd be different if I was inciting like people to, you know what I mean, take over the streets and fucking fight. Like I was just trying to like to be honest about being naked and having things go up my butt because I'm assuming that's what it is. Like,
Probably.
what else am I doing?
Yeah, we
I'm
just want people to be nice to each other. We just happen to talk about porking sometimes. It's not that bad.
I think it's so crazy how you can't talk about sex, but you can fucking stab and shoot each other and post it everywhere. But if I start talking about, I don't even know. Maybe heterosexual. Look, Joey Diaz isn't gay, but the way he talks, I just think it's absolute bullshit that both of us,
Yeah.
you know, like, okay, Joey Diaz speaks from, you know, it's the same. I speak from, I guess, a bit of a gutter mouth, you know what I mean, a bit of a street mouth, and Joey does too. Like different people completely, but Joey talks about, you know, how he did a drug deal or a gay guy tried to suck him off and he beat him up for his drugs. I don't know. So like rough stories of rough stuff back in the day. Huge shits or something. You know what I mean? He's disgusting. I don't understand. I mean, Joey Diaz doesn't say, you know what I mean, and that's why we should all stab women. He says I'm disgusting. I took a huge shit or you know what I mean, back in the day when I was younger, I was a bad person and I tried to rob people. I say fuck in the story like 20 times. I just don't like we're banned. Like we're banned. It's to me, I just see it as like a evangelical fucking pistol whipping where it just you're not doing what we're doing, which is the other crazy thing that everyone keeps saying. All you're talking about is your freedoms. Everyone's freedom wants your freedom back. You want your world of freedom back. You don't want everybody to have what they want. You know, that's the difference. Like you keep talking about your righteous freedoms. Like that's that big thing these days. And it's just some fucking pastor spinning shit on Sunday to you and you're going for it. We're all the same. We're all equal. Fucking, I know science is like almost a lie at this point, but first human was a black person.
You and Uncle Joey should start a show together and just be ultra banned. The most banned podcast ever.
You guys actually have negative views?
Well, the craziest thing about, like we pay like $1,000 an episode to have it up because it makes us zero money.
Yeah.
no,
Like
that's-
there's
I'm sure-
negative 2,500 people watch this episode.
You can only watch it on a Game Boy.
I'm sure Joey Diaz would love to do a show with me. I don't think he's much of a fan, to be honest.
I think he is.
It's weird because I used to know him at Fortune's boxing gym. He would always say, "What's up?"
He's a nice guy.
He is a
I feel
nice
like you
guy, but
guys-
I don't think anybody who's super tight with Joe Rogan is a fan of Jason. Shit
Still?
happens, dude. Yeah, it might be gone. Like, it's still if I was to be brought up, but I don't think I really exist. I think I've been hated out of the game.
I don't listen to Joe, but people give us reports and stuff, and it seems like anytime your name comes up in conversation, he's always got something nice to say.
Really?
Yeah.
Well, that's fucking cool. See, there's my paranoid brain going again.
But yeah, people who aren't watching on YouTube, that wig, holy shit.
Yeah, nah.
Let me try and paint a picture. It's like a bright red wig.
Yeah,
A little bit of if like He-Man joined
definitely a bit of a He-Man.
D'Antverd.
Yes, because it's the bangs of a really weird person.
Yeah, you and
It
your
reminds me of something Katie would do. Like Katie and her goth friends can get away with having ridiculously short bangs because it's fucking, you know what I mean? Or one shave, like it's a futuristic bang.
Right.
But if you're not hot, like me, this is a really bad look.
It doesn't work.
But it's so bad that it's like I can't take it off because I'm like, oh my God, look at my head. How did that happen? That wig is crazy. Am I bald?
It's like He-Man and Yolandi had a baby.
Who's
and then,
Yolandi?
And then pooped on it.
Who's Yolandi?
The girl from De Antwoord.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, I'm
Or
into
you could-
her, but not that much into her because I feel like everything seems so good and clean that like she's got to have like a big hairy snatch or something.
You could be like a washed up gay Korean.
I am
pop
a washed
star.
up gay dingo.
Korean pop star.
That's the only bit I haven't done yet. I got to get a pop star thing going.
Yeah, because you do have the David Bowie eye paint going.
Right. Ground control to Major Bum. Fuck. I keep forgetting what I was going to say. Oh, I fucking sprained my wrists. I could barely hold my own phone and drinks and stuff. I was helping John Matthews get ready for Ellis Mania in Houston, Texas.
He came over here.
Yeah, he came over last night. So.
How's he looking these days? I haven't seen John in.
Dude,
quite some
I was
time.
gonna post a photo. I'm gonna post it. I made my daughter come down and take photos of both of us with our shirts off. I know that sounds weird, but it's okay. Trust me. But because John has abs now.
He does?
Yes. I'm not like he said it to other people, but to me, Ellis Mania is. I care about what it did for John more than I care about is it on
Yep.
TV. Like, John was a guy that was going to have a fight, and I'd met John several times because of the Jude show. Never thought much of him because he never really said anything. I think I might have discovered that he was a bit loose because Jude would keep making fun of how he would forget something, and I was like, oh, he's a bit of a raw doggy kind of guy, a bit fumbly.
Yep.
And then, he talks about fighting, and I'm like, well, you got to train. And the first time he came over to my house, he fucking reeked of alcohol, like insanely. And I go,
And he drove there?
no, he doesn't have a car. He rides his bicycle everywhere.
He rode his bicycle
Dude,
to
he
your
rode his
house.
bicycle to the up Hollywood Hills. Like, that hill is no joke.
He doesn't have a car?
Dude, he rode from LA to here. He rode his bicycle from here.
No
didn't.
fucking way.
He pedaled. He had a bicycle helmet.
How long did
my
it take you?
God.
I don't fucking know. But so he trained for like 2 hours with me, and then he rode from Hermosa Beach to fucking.
Is he still drinking?
No way. I mean, if he is, I think he's still because he's an alcoholic. But that's what I was going to say. He drinks. He's told me what he was doing when he was working at Sirius, his routine, and there was no food in it because he was so hungover. And then after work at around 5, when he gets to the bar and starts having his routine, also a mixed drinker. So he finishes the night with red wine, but he starts with like, I think it's like martinis or some shit like he's a fucking booze clown. And then he would eat nuts at the bar.
Yep.
And I'm like, wait a minute. Are you saying that from time to time, your food intake for one day is the bar nuts at 5 o'clock?
Yeah, he was like a drunk stray cat, Dingo. He
Smoker-
would just eat
chain
any
smoker
food that
too.
was left out in a bowl for him.
And chain smoker. So all those things together, he's not even as old as me. He looks 10 years older than me. But now, because he lost his first fight. Who was that against?
It wasn't Chris, right? That was his second fight, or was that his first?
His second fight was Harrington, correct?
Okay, so his first fight was Chris from the Jude show.
Oh, yeah. So he fought a guy that was way younger, like maybe 80 pounds bigger.
Yep.
But he picked the fight. It was like a Jude show fight. And I was like, man, we can try to win this, but it's a fucking tough fight for you to win. Dude's like 80 pounds, and he used to play football or something. He fucking bench presses like 200 pounds. Like, he's a strong kid. So he lost that fight, but all heart, he got dropped like 12 times or something. But then he fights another guy who, like, Luis J. Gomez gets this Harrington guy who's like his fucking little guinea pig. And Harrington doesn't lose the weight, shows up like fucking 40 pounds heavier than John and beats John. But, still at the same time, once again, John not quitting, getting dropped a bunch of times. But both those fights were stacked against him. It was definitely like, if he won, it would have been like, oh my God, dude, that is an incredible victory for you. So he takes those, but then this other guy, John from Houston, I know, Dingo, you've been in the game with Ellis Mania since the beginning. This guy had 2 fights and he lost 2 straight. And the second one he lost, he got hit once and he took a knee and he was like, I'm done. And this was back when I was a lot younger and a lot meaner with stuff like that. And I fucking destroyed him. At one point I was calling him like, you definitely don't want to do a John from Houston, like a Munson from that other movie kind of thing.
Yep.
Was that Kingpin?
Yeah, Kingpin. Like I was like, he's basically a Munson of Ellis Mania. Because he fucking quit, dude. And he had fight sponsors. That's right. When we did the radio show, he was like, oh, Jace, can I just thank my sponsors real quick? And I was like, yeah, I didn't know you have sponsors. And then he reeled off like a list. And I'm like, wait, you're 0-1 in Ellis Mania fights. And you have like Bill's Barbecue House. And how the fuck? So it was a bit of an odd thing for him to be that invested and not actually want to fight. But then after, this has been 8 years or something at least, where he's like, hey, I want to fight John. My name's John. You tired, mate?
Yeah.
Did you go out last night?
No, I didn't. I told you right before we went on, though. I was like, I've been fucking tired.
But you were at football games on the weekend.
I had a big weekend.
Right. You were raging with the Gronk and Gronk's dad.
Yep.
That's why you're tired. Don't think it's like a weird thing that's happening to you. No.
No.
You rage with the Gronk and you're getting a little older. And yeah, fucking 2 days later, you start to feel like shit.
We are talking to you today about truff. It's hot sauce. It's got truffle flavor in it.
I love truffles.
And it's absolutely delicious.
I love delicious.
It's a pairing I did not think would go well together, and I had to try it to believe it. And now that I've tried it, I do believe it.
That's because it's infused with 100% real black winter truffle. You know, a lot of times you get those truffle fries down at your bowling alley. Those aren't truffles. That's synthetic artificial flavorings, my friend. You heard it here first. You wouldn't get done dirty like that by two college friends, Nick and Nick, who got down in the metaphorical lab and searched tirelessly, endlessly for the greatest, most luxurious truffle-infused hot sauce concoction known to man. And that's not more. Their lineup of products also includes pasta sauces, mayonnaise, and their very own truffle oil.
You can really taste the science.
French fries.
There you go.
Not supposed to say that, but
You can say that. Cat's out of the bag.
I'm using a different thing over my voice so you don't know it's me, Jason Ellis. But let me tell you.
Your secret's safe with me.
Thank you.
Yeah, Maury Povich.
I am Maury Povich, and I recommend truff.
I'm all about two things, Connie Chung and truff.
Oh, man. You guys, you can get 15% off. I'll come back. Listen, you can get...
Jason, you just missed Maury Povich.
I just killed Maury Povich because he was talking about stuff that he shouldn't be talking about on this show. Get 15% off site-wide plus free shipping with the promo code Ellis at truff.com. That's 15% off everything at Truff, everybody. TRUFF, as in fire.com, promo code Ellis.
Life is hard. Life is busy. If you have children, life is relentless. Fall is here. Back to school stuff is just behind us. Do I get a break now? No. Now it's Halloween season. Now I got to get the kids' costume. They got the costume. Now I want to be something different. Now I got to get them another costume. Return the old one. I got to get pumpkins. I got to carve pumpkins. I don't know how to carve a pumpkin, but I have to because I'm a dad and that's my job. You know what I don't have time for? Shopping for life insurance. I got other stuff going on.
When it comes to insurance, Michael, where do you turn to?
I just turned to PolicyGenius.
Right.
Well, me too.
They make it easy to compare quotes from over a dozen top insurers in one place. You could save 50% or more on life insurance by comparing
Michael,
quotes
that's half.
with PolicyGenius. That's right. This guy's got a math degree. You could save $1,300 or more per year.
Michael, that's a lot of cash.
That's more than $1,000 on life insurance by using PolicyGenius to compare policies. Eligible applicants can get covered in as little as a week thanks to an award-winning policy option that swaps the standard medical exam requirement for a simple phone call. This exclusive policy was recently rated #1 by Forbes Advisor.
Man, if only it was that easy to...
Carve a pumpkin.
Shit, yeah. Good. That's a better thing to say. Head to PolicyGenius.com to get started right now. PolicyGenius. When it comes to insurance, it's nice to get it right.
Yeah, but you know what else happens? We're in that weird, like, where it's just kind of cloudy. Maybe you don't get it over here as much because you get the sun to come out, but maybe it is.
It's cloudy as fuck here, dude. Ocean brings the clouds.
That's all we get.
Yeah.
Oh, you guys don't get the sun at all?
Shut up, Katie. We get sun. It's just not like all the sun in the world.
We haven't been getting much sun. I'm back on the other side.
I think this is a bad year. For the sun? Sorry, yeah. This last summer that happened was a bad summer for people who like the sun.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's just not out that much.
Yeah, which is weird because it's like global warming. And I'm like, well, it's global freezing over here.
Oh, well, come visit me in the valley. It's been boiling hot.
See, I want to move back to the valley because of that.
Let's
I would like
trade.
to have
Want
a
my
backyard with grass. Well, I don't want to live in Poop Slime Alley in fucking Hawaii, okay? Like, I want to live in a house where I got my little...
Where's Poop
I'm
Slime
older,
Alley?
dude. I don't like people. I want to be like by myself, you know?
Yeah.
Like, even the roof, like, I love this house. This is the greatest house I've ever lived in my entire life. Easy, hands down. But when you get on the roof, fucking roof next to you is like 20 feet away.
It's pretty close, eh?
Yeah. But then, you know what? For some weird reason, they don't go. I never have had a thing. I'm young. I'm not like I was. I don't have like. I think if I was 25, we'd be like, fucking everyone on the roof. We're having a party. And people are like, hey, you turn the music down. I've never had the music one time.
Have you had the music go up there?
In the middle of the day to like work out and shit.
Yep.
But nobody's.
I feel like we hung out on the roof with you up there once.
Everybody in Hermosa is very friendly too. Like when they see a guy that's completely covered in tattoos punching a heavy bag on the roof, there's no mum that's like, oh. You know, it's like, hi. And I'm like, hello. Everybody gives me the benefit of the doubt around here. Shout out to Hermosa Beach.
It's a
actually.
good neighborhood, eh?
It is. I like my kids can go to the CVS up the street and I don't feel like I'm super scared for everybody's life. Speaking of scared for everybody's life, my daughter,
What?
Uh-oh.
What happened?
everything happened. So on the Saturday, she goes, hey, can I go to a friend's house to go to some event with their relatives? I'm like, yeah, sure. I'll be back by 11. Okay, cool. Then the text messages around 10 o'clock start coming. Dad, can I stay at so-and-so's house? And I'm like, no, I told you, no way. And I don't really like this other girl. I don't not like her. I just don't trust her. I think it's a little bit of a bad scene, negative scene, let's say. But, you know, Devin's like her dad. She's into dangerous stuff. Anybody who's like, you know, raging against the machine or something, she's like, hell yeah, that's what I'm talking about. I think she thinks she's black or something. Like, I remember that.
Wow.
But all her friends are black and they all listen to
Really?
Yeah, and they listen
What
to
school does she go to?
Doesn't matter, dude. She didn't give a fuck. She's staying with her old friends. Like, doesn't matter what school they go to. But she goes to school in Beverly Hills. She didn't agree with her mother about going to school in Huntington. She is fighting against her mother and doing.
So who
it her
drives
way.
every day?
She gets Ubered there, or one of us drives her there.
Wow. Every day.
Yeah. Well, her mom's rich, so it's not a big deal. But she, back and forth. And I'm like, no, absolutely not. Here's your Uber. And then I watch the Uber get to the house. And as the Uber gets to the house, it cancels. I'm like, what the fuck? And I text Devin, phone's dead. It's not on. And
At this point, her phone's dead.
And then when I look at the address, it's Compton. So my 16-year-old daughter is in Compton, and the Uber driver, when he got to the house, switched off and canceled, and her phone went flat at the same time. So I call another Uber to send out there and also get in my Jeep and drive to Compton to that address.
The pink Jeep, the Compton?
Yeah, I know, dude. That's what I'm saying, dude. Fucking midnight. I'm driving around a pink Jeep in Compton.
Did you have that
eyeballing
wig?
motherfuckers like, are you? And they're like, who the fuck are you? And I'm like, oh, God, dude, this is going to be, I'm the wrong guy to be driving down this street. It's
Did
the
you
wrong
bring
car.
that wig?
Yeah, I looked exactly like this. So the Uber's like, yeah, she ain't here. So I cancel that one. And then I get to the address. Katie's up and down the street while I drive up and down the street looking. And like I said, at one point I saw people like go into a garage and I like turned the lights into their garage and the dude was like, what? And I was like, I don't see her. And so I turn around. I'm like, man, you're going to get in some shit. So then I finally find the house. I knock on the door. Some dude answers. I'm like, hey, is Devin here? And I'm freaking out. At this point, I'm like, why? If she was with somebody else or she was at a house, she would fucking get someone else's phone and tell me, you know? So she's stolen. Someone stole her is what I'm thinking. So my heart rate's up. I'm freaking out. I open the door and tell these people, and the dude could tell, and he gets some girl to come, and she's like, yeah, she was here, but the Uber canceled and her phone died. So one of my nieces just gave her a ride to your house. And I was like, okay, but nobody could charge her phone, or she couldn't get a number. And she's like, I'm sorry, I'll call her right now. And then they go, yeah, we just dropped Devin off. And I'm like,
And she's now here.
She's now at my house and I'm in Compton. So
She's locked outside.
So part of me is like, thank God she's not being raped or murdered. And the other part is now, you fucking asshole. Like, you went in a car. There was like 4 people in the car. You could, trying to be all 4 people didn't have a phone. Just text me. I'm okay. Didn't do it. Oh, mate, Ellis, mate, talking about dress shirts. Do you like dress shirts? I wear dress shirts, but I'm an active guy. I'm also a sweaty guy. Sometimes when I get stressed, I get sweaty. I don't even have to work out to get sweaty sometimes. And if you don't have the right shirt, if you have a dress shirt that can't handle the business, then you can't move your arms and it gets sticky and it's embarrassing when you take your jacket off. Mizzen and Main. These guys have got dress shirts. They send them to the boys. We love them. They're moisture wicking. They breathe. They're flexible. They come in all different styles. And you don't need to take them to the dry cleaner. Right, Katie?
They're machine washable.
That's right. They're machine washable. So these things are brilliant, ahead of the game. You want a shirt, you want to look good, you want to be stylish, but you want to be able to raise your hands above your head. Those of you that have shirts, if you're a little bit bigger, you can't move in them. It's ridiculous. Whether you're updating your wardrobe, heading back to the office, just looking for a new fall flannel. We've got good news right now. If you go to mizzenandmain.com and use the promo code Ellis, you'll receive $35 off, mate. Any of the regular price order of $120 or $120 or more, that's $35 off when you go to mizzenandmain.com and use the promo code Ellis. Please don't use it says please don't use any foul language in the ad. I didn't do it, did I?
Nope.
Yay! Mizzen and Main. Sweet Scoop. It's where you scoop your poop if you're a cat.
That's what they say.
Yeah. Well. Yeah, no, it's good for the environment. It's kitty litter that is environmentally friendly, and it's also friendly to your cat's poopies. Well, it eats your cat's poopies. It holds onto them, and it doesn't get as many poop crystals. I call them poop crystals, where the cat does a berry kick, and the berry kick touches the poopy, and then the kitty litter and the poopy is stuck to their foot or their tail, and then they put that on my cup or on my hand or on my chest or something, and now I got poop crystals on my chest, and I was just about to go out. Now I have to change T-shirts because I'm covered in poop crystals.
For those of you who don't speak fluent Jason, I'll translate. Why is Sweet Scoop the right choice for you and your cat? It's better for your cat. 100% natural ingredients and 0.5% dust-free. That's almost 100% too. Better for people. Odor-neutralizing enzymes, enhanced clumping, and low tracking. I think that's what you were talking about, Jason. Also,
It's literally, you're just repeating everything I already said. But
better
yeah, go ahead.
for the planet. Clay litter, that's the usual stuff, is sourced by strip mining, which has a hugely negative impact on the environment. Sweet Scoop is made of renewable, farmer-grown ingredients and is 100% biodegradable.
I enjoy Sweet Scoop, and I'm a man.
Yeah.
I don't even have a cat.
I poop in it with my cat.
That's a great bonding experience.
That's right.
Thanks for being here, guys.
Everybody loves Sweet Scoop in the Ellis house. Stuck between litter that works and litter that's pet and planet friendly. Sweet Scoop doesn't make us choose. Go to sweetscoop.com and get $5 off. That's $5 off coupon and find the real retailer near you.
Boom.
That's sweet. Let me spell it. SWHEAT scoop.com. So, and then the other thing is, I've got a garage opener. I'm not going to say where it is, but she should know where it is, and she doesn't because she doesn't pay attention to anything. So she's just in the backyard waiting for me to get home. I get home, we have a talk. I stay calm, but but I'm like, this is really, if you're going to ask for people to take you places, you gotta be smarter than that. You can't, imagine what your father's thinking when your phone goes flat and the Uber cancels and I haven't talked to you for half an hour. Like, what do you think I'm thinking? So I'm sorry. So whatever, no harm, no foul. I definitely want to talk to her mom about it. I definitely want to sit down with her the next day and have a conversation about responsibilities. And then I have to do something on Sunday, and I come back and Katie shows me, she said that Devin was sleeping a lot in the middle of the day. This is tough to even admit. She checked her bag and there was a box of weed gummies, 400 milligram. So,
Oh boy.
yeah, not legal stuff. So I go, what's this?
Illegal gummies.
Yeah, because you can't get. It's only 100 milligrams. You can
Really?
Yeah.
Where do you get 400? Where do they come from?
Willy
get.
Wonka.
They're street
They're street gummies.
gummies,
Oh,
which
wow.
also means that they're probably not exactly what they say on the box because those people don't know what they're doing.
Right.
So I told her about that. She said she was holding it for a friend, and and I go, okay, well, I gotta, just to be sure, I gotta test you. So, pee in a cup. Let's get this sorted out. And then when she peed in the cup, she didn't have enough pee. Then I was like, well, I'll wait. And then she could do some more. And I'm like, she's definitely shitting herself trying to get out of it. And then when I see that it's supposed to be 2 lines are negative, and for marijuana, it's like 1.5 line. That line is faint. So I just decided to, because I know I'm being lied to. So I just decided to pump fake her ass. And I went up there and I was like, you tested positive for marijuana. So you coming clean or what? Because I ain't got time for this shit. She was like, oh, cool. This one time, like a week ago, I smoked one time with my friends and I didn't really like it. And I was like, what are you doing? What are you doing with your life? I told you. I was like, because I smoke weed. Is that why you're doing it? And she's like, no. I'm like, I told you. When you get a bank account and you get a job and you're secure in life, I'll fucking come over and roll one with you. But until then, until you're a full-on adult that's accomplished something, it's scientifically proven to slow you down if you smoke it when you're that age. Proven to do so. Do you want to be a fucking dumbass for the rest of your life? I can tell you, as a dumbass, you don't want to fucking be this, Like, I got lucky so many times. I put in work. You don't have a fucking skateboard career already under your belt. When I was 16, I was already like one of the best dudes in Australia. I had that. I had something. You have nothing. And you're going to fuck your whole life. If I was like, what am I good for? If honestly, as a parent, the only thing that I'm really good for is maybe I can open a jar for you, but what not to do? Don't fucking do this, Like, you see me struggle. You see me go to therapy. All this bullshit that I fucking go through to try and get myself level-headed. When someone talks shit in a store to fucking get me out of the way because I'll kill him. Why would I punch somebody for getting in an argument? Because I got fucking issues. I didn't fucking deal with them. And I smoked weed my whole life. Can't even get off it. I went hard in the paint on her.
Yep.
I was like, you can't do this to yourself. Before I die, do not be a fucking loser. There's so many of them out there. That's why I don't get any kid that does it. I'm like, everyone's a fucking loser. No one has any fucking will to achieve shit in life, which means it's all fucking there for you. You can just have it because the rest of you cunts don't do shit. That's how you should look at it. That's how I look at it. Oh, I don't fucking care. Awesome. Don't care. More for me because I will go. I will show up. I will put in the work. And even if you're a half-melted moron, that is enough to get what you need in life. Ta-da, motherfucker. got a fire pit and my table on the roof. Bitch, can't read.
You didn't do the thing when like a parent finds a pack of smokes and make her eat all of the gummies?
You kill her.
That's funny.
That'd be a lesson.
You like gummies, do you? Here, eat all of them.
Yeah, and then I open the box. I go, give me the fucking box. It's got one left in it. I was like, wait, your friend asked you to hold one gummy? Like, come on, man. Stop playing me. So I told her mom, and now she has to do pee tests every week. And
Oh, boy.
I mean, I got to make sure she doesn't get in that, you know? But I knew it was coming. And everybody that has older kids, they tell me about it. But I just, you know.
I mean, that's the age. I mean, I started fucking younger. I started smoking weed in the summer between 8th grade and freshman year of high school.
Oh, shit.
Yeah.
What grade she
Wait,
in now?
did you stop, though? After, or did you start from then to now?
No, it's been steady for what is this? Oh fuck. 36 years? No.
So when
no,
you started
26 years. 26.
when you
Jesus Christ.
started when you were 15, you have not stopped.
13.
This isn't going good.
I wasn't
That's
a
why we're
daily
all on a
smoker.
show together.
I know.
Because we're a bunch of retards.
You're fucking stupid as fuck. You gotta laugh about it. What am I gonna do? Cry about it? Like I have to live in this chassis for the rest of the game. You know?
I wasn't a daily smoker until later in life, but you know, still,
you dabbled back.
smoking with my
But
friends.
yeah, that is the age.
Also, weed back then was
16's a sweet spot.
it was swag. We were getting weed that looked like, you know, it got killed with pesticide, and then someone parked their car on it and did a burnout.
Yeah, I remember
Like, that
those.
was the only weed I could get back then.
Yeah.
So it wasn't as powerful as this stuff.
Yeah.
But yeah, I mean, it's true. It feels weird as somebody who was such a raging goofball in his teen years to be like, yeah, it really is stupid to smoke weed when your brain is developing because it 100% just creates more obstacles for you. Life at that age is tough enough, not when your brain's all hazy from fucking Death Star edibles,
Right.
trying to figure out long division and algebra.
I mean,
and
if
shit.
you're really young and you're like, fuck it, I'll do it tomorrow, that attitude is going to kill you for the rest of your life. You know,
Yeah.
that's the people don't get. You do that. That's the most important one. People can come back when you're in your 40s. You can become a fucking legit crusher. No problem. But if you do it in your little younger schooling time, like you get a craft that you really work on and you put it 10 years in that at that time, because let's face it, drinking and partying, I know it sounds cool. I did it, but drinking and partying and doing drugs and fucking everybody at 16 versus, you know, really focusing on something. So by the time you're 26, you know, you don't have a fucking kid that you don't, and you hate the chick that had the kid because you were wasted and you came in some lady versus I'm now like the greatest skier, surfer, fucking scientist, whatever the hell. 10 years, man. Like go hard in the paint for 10 years. By the time you're 26, you got some shit to swing around that people always respect. Even skateboarding is such an insignificant thing on the grand scheme of life. But people always, you know, that's it. People are like, you're a pro skateboarder? I'm like, yeah. And then like if it comes push to shove and you actually look it up, you're like, oh shit. I'm like, I guess oh shit. I mean, it's just riding a skateboard, but you can tell people are like, fuck, this guy gets shit done.
Yep.
And let's be honest too with the weed stuff. I mean, most of it is just the thrill of doing something you're not supposed to be doing and being
Yeah.
sneaky.
Yeah, but it can jump up and bite you, and now you're
Oh,
doing
for
it
sure.
in the middle of the day, you know, farting your shit away.
I mean, that's how I started smoking cigarettes. It was fun to sneak around and try and not get caught and smoke ciggies. And then all of a sudden, it's no longer this thing you're doing for fun to get a thrill of being sneaky. You're fucking hooked on these stupid things.
Yeah, that's pretty spot on.
Yeah.
Did you know that Sasquatch was actually real?
I didn't.
What?
Yeah, in a long time ago, I don't know the year, but a long time ago, there were giant stand-up monkeys, 10 feet tall.
So what year are we going with?
Like, and it was
1982.
no, man was still there. Man was existing at the same time as this creature.
They just didn't evolve. We evolved.
I think they died.
Well, I've seen
Dingo, they all started smoking weed at 16.
I've seen
and
the
it
charts
just-
of like we were monkeys. So were they just big monkeys?
Yeah. Yeah, they're not Neanderthals or whatever. Wait, I still thought I saved the video. Fucking son of a whore bag. Hate that shit. They didn't save the video. You motherfucker. Oh, wait, there it is. Yeah. Okay.
Where did you find this video?
Morbid facts.
Morbid facts. I'm ready.
True facts. Part 53. While Bigfoot remains an urban legend for now, we know it existed alongside humans at a point in history. Until around 300,000 years ago, Gigantopithecus was a primate that stood more than 10 feet tall and weighed 1,200 pounds.
Sounds like a Harry Potter spell.
Gigantopithecus.
Gigantospiphysis.
Check out Gigantospiphysis.
And that's guaranteed?
I don't know about that, but I'm just saying Google it and see, call me wrong. Did you also know that infant elephants can't drink through their trunks until they're way older, and when they drink water, they have to like collapse and put their mouth in the.
Really?
Yeah,
The trunks don't work?
they work, but they don't know how to make. They don't know how to make their own trunks work because they're so stupid.
All right, you want to see Gigantospithecus?
Is there audio?
No,
Yes.
I don't think they had electricity back then.
I don't understand that.
But this is the picture that they have on the Wikipedia. It looks like just a big gorilla.
Oh.
Gigantopithecus.
Yeah, but look, when he stands up, look at him. Look at him, the shadow.
Oh,
of him
you're right.
standing-
He is frightening.
Like, look at when he stands up next to the shadow of him standing next to a man.
I just see him standing next to the Empire State Building.
Did you know that the sea? Did you know that the sea is way taller than the Empire State Building pointed down into the sea?
Oh, I believe it.
Hang on, say that again.
That if you put the Empire State Building in the ocean, pointed down,
Yep.
it would completely go underwater before it hit the ground because of how deep the sea is.
Ocean's deep as fuck, homie.
Did you know that the sea is so deep that there's a certain level of pressure when you get to a certain level of the sea where the last animal that can go down there, that can go to the top, I believe, are these weird penguins that can do like 1,000 feet or some shit.
Yep.
And like humans did like a free dive to like 70, I want to say. And then with the tanks on like 90, but like after 100, you're going to fucking explode. And they were saying something about if you get to like 500 or 1,000, that it's the same as just like a human being on Mars with no mask on or anything. You just like fully fucking die in like 2 seconds. Just fucking the pressure. But then, sure, that's crazy. There's a lot of pressure. But then after 1,000 leagues under the sea, I like to say, no, there's new creatures that are they can't come up to the top.
That's what I heard.
They live down in the sea.
Aliens.
And also, did you know that in Antarctica, there was a film crew that went there and they went into some really deep shit and found some stuff and then they disappeared, never found again. And then the army went to get them, rescue them, and they found like a weird log cabin in the middle of nowhere in the Arctica thing, and it had a tape, and the tape on it showed that these guys had found like a underground frozen city, and then the tape never got. The government shut down the tape coming to the public, and now they say that the tape never existed.
Really?
So
in Antarctica, there's an underground city.
Yeah.
That people live in.
I don't think they live in, but I think it's kind of like the Mayans or whatever. Like maybe there was a time there where there was a giant city in Antarctica, and none of us know about it because it's so frozen under the sea.
All right.
Under the frozen sea.
Yeah, but it would make sense you could turn the Empire State Building upside down and it not, because there's like mountains under the sea.
Yeah, it's like
volcanoes too.
Yeah. So
Miles-
the Empire State's not that big compared to the sea.
right.
Dingo,
Right? If you go to the middle of the ocean and drop the Empire State, it would just
Not everywhere, but there's places in DC where it would go many leagues down. Yes.
Yeah, I mean, but that's just the start of the sea where it wouldn't go. The sea gets deep.
Yeah, no, we're
What?
learning a lot today. No, nothing. I think it's great what you're saying. We're all on board. Sea is very deep. I heard it's like miles and miles. It's just crazy to know that miles and miles into the sea, there's like a new pressure that just crushes everything. But then there's things that live down there. And I'm like, man, that's where all the shit is that we don't know about. Like if you're an alien, you're fucking down there.
They probably are.
Like you base down there, base camp.
They
Nobody's
do
going
always say, we know a shockingly small amount about the sea.
Yeah, I've kind of had it with
we
the
don't
fucking.
even know where sharks mate.
I've had it with the stars. I've had it with space people.
Yeah, you've been over
I feel
space
like,
for a minute, huh?
Yeah, I feel like Virgin guy and fucking whatever Lex. What's the stupid car?
Elon Musk.
Yeah, that fucking fruit. They need to start going down into the sea. So, I mean, oh, here I am in space. Look at me. I got fucking get down into the leagues and show us, all these weird ass octopuses and some weird shark that lives down there. There's this kind of shark that lives down there. I'm like, how the fuck? I want to know about all this.
Dingo.
Probably
have you
where
ever been
mermaids
to,
live too, I probably think.
Have you ever been to Antarctica?
No. The closest I got was I looked at getting in there once. There's like
Why?
really only two ways. We wanted to go do an episode there of the show back in the day.
Nice.
So the only
Danny the Dingo?
Yeah, the only real way of getting there is you can go to Argentina and then you can get on a plane and you can fly over it, which many people do. Or you can go to Tasmania and get in a boat, and a lot of people boat in from Tasmania, Australia.
No
What?
shit.
Yeah, it's the most common way to get there is from boat from Tasmania.
How far is the boat from Tassie to the Antarctica?
It's pretty far.
Right?
Mhm.
Because it's hot in Tasmania.
And then you sail in.
Far out, Brussels sprout. That's got to be fucking, what is that, like a week in the sea?
Maybe.
I don't want to be in the sea for a week.
No,
Yeah.
fuck
Maybe
that.
I do. But I thought the idea of boat cruise sounded like the most punishing thing that anybody could do to me.
And then I guess the seas are really rough.
To Antarctica. I can't
Mm.
say it, but you know what I mean.
Yeah, Antarctica.
Yeah, I figured if there was anybody I knew, you would be the closest.
Yeah,
out
I
of
went to a
everybody.
festival once in Alaska called Arctic Man.
Was that good?
Yeah, what happened there?
It was very cold. Snowmobiling, drinking in the freezing cold. Kind of like a Burning Man, but in Alaska.
It sucked though, right?
Yeah, I wouldn't go back.
Yeah.
It was freezing.
What is that?
Fucking freezing.
I mean, I love you, Wim Hof, but I ain't going to some fucking frozen party for your ass.
Yeah.
I'm pretty tough. I don't need to be any tougher. I'm like,
Yeah.
I got a cold plunge in the backyard. That shit pisses me off already.
Yeah, too cold.
Yeah, I mean, when you do it a lot, it's fucking annoying.
I mean,
Yeah.
you are the dingo in snow. Does cold plunges have much of an effect on you?
No, he goes to he's a champion.
Yeah.
He stays in there longer than me, and with ease.
Yeah, I've built it up to where I can do 5 minutes without thinking now. My goal is to get to 10 minutes.
He just
Jesus
sits. He doesn't
Christ.
do any breathing exercises. He just fucking chills.
Yeah.
I don't know how he does it.
I hate that.
Yeah, I think about boobs.
That'll keep you warm.
I'm gonna try that. Man, I got tons of boob visuals. What am I doing?
Are you just cycling through them like a viewfinder? Like you start thinking about big boobs, and then you're like, now I'm going to think about droopy boobs.
Yeah.
Now tiny
Yeah,
ones.
I would lose focus on that. I try to use the social media when I'm in there, but it's hard to. I'm like, I got to get out. How much longer is it?
Yeah, I was just showing my girlfriend the footage of us when we went and did American Ninja Warrior.
Yeah.
So like a couple of years ago, NBC let us go to a taping of Ninja Warrior and let us run the course before the actual filmed like a real episode.
I wonder if we
And-
could get footage to put that in this show.
I think we'd be okay with that, right?
Maybe you could send that to Eddie.
It never aired. It wasn't filmed to be used. We filmed it on our own phones. I feel like we'd be okay with that.
All right,
But
let's
like,
make sure you give that to me. All right.
Okay. After I ran the course and fell in, I was not expecting that fucking water to be that cold.
Oh.
Oh, it was freezing?
Yeah.
Freezing.
But it was already cold. It was cold at night
Yeah.
before. Like I was cold before I fell in there.
And then falling in, it was ice cold. So I got out, and then Jason went after I did, and I'm trying to get my phone out, and I'm fumbling around, and my fingertips were so cold it wasn't registering on the touchscreen of my phone, so I couldn't even
wow.
tape it.
Who got the furthest?
He did.
He did.
I did, yeah. I made it to the second obstacle, and then at that point, because we were the first group of people to even start the course, so nobody had made it to that one, and it was a new obstacle. I had no idea what to fucking do on it.
It's pretty
so
funny.
I ended up just falling in.
Still cool.
And then I randomly
that's cool.
got props from Paul Pierce, and I didn't know who he was, so I kind of just like yeah-yeah'd him and
The
accidentally
basketball
shined him.
player?
Yeah,
Yeah.
I didn't mean to do that. I was just like, oh, thanks, and then
He
just
was
kept going.
excited to watch it.
Oh, he was?
Yeah. He thought we were crazy.
Yeah. Because
I think-
he wasn't doing it. What was he
No.
hosting? What was he doing there?
He was there with his
Family,
children, I
right?
believe.
Yeah.
And they were very excited to be there.
I
It
guess
was,
it is one of those shows, eh?
it was pretty adorable.
Yeah, it's a fun course. I would like to go have a bunch of tries at it instead.
We were
of just
supposed
one.
to do it again the following year, but then that was when COVID started spreading initially, and the company put the kibosh on it. They were like, "You guys are not allowed to go do
the
Ninja
kibosh
Warrior."
on us.
Yeah, if I had known they were going to kibosh us, I would have fucking kiboshed them right there. I'd be like, nope, I'm still going.
Yeah, me too, Kevin. If I had known this was going to happen, I would have kiboshed them fucking 10 years ago so that I could have a decent following in a podcast world.
Hey, I got a question
'Cause
for you
whoops.
guys.
Yeah.
So you mentioned that the excuse of I'm holding it for a friend came up. Have you
Yeah.
ever done the I'm holding it for a friend and that was actually true?
No, I'm a terrible liar. Like that's one thing I learned from early. It's probably best to just say I did it. Because I can't lie.
Yep.
Everyone can tell. I just don't feel good about it either. I feel guilty. Just rather, I suck.
Well,
So I would never hold shit for anybody. Fuck that. I'm not a complete moron. Like if you're worried about getting busted, that's your fucking deal. Unless it's half mine, then sure.
Well, that actually did happen to me once. It wasn't like
Makes
weed or
sense.
drugs or anything.
Right? He did go to special school.
This was even before special school. This is when I was in public school and we took a school trip to Washington, D.C. and it was an overnight trip. So once, we were all back in the hotel rooms and stuff, everybody like came over and we're hanging out in our room. And my buddy was like, "Hey guys, guess what? I brought a porno mag that I stole from my dad."
Yeah,
And we were all pumped. We're like, "Oh yes."
that's different. I might hold that for somebody.
It was like Dingo in the cold plunge. We were like, "Boobs? Fuck yeah, fucking
Yeah.
boobs."
Yeah, I respect that. Yeah.
So he goes in his book bag and he busts it out.
Yeah.
And it was a big flat style magazine from the 70s
Nice.
that was completely warped and wrinkled.
Full of
and
cum.
destroyed, probably full of cum. And it was called like Women Who Love to Eat Cum.
Yeah. No, because everybody knows they do. Sometimes Katie just like tries to like grab my dick in the middle of the night to get extra cum out of it. And I'm like, I'm sleeping. Or she's like, sometimes I wake up in the middle of the night and she's jerking my dick off, like milking it like a cow with a bowl of cereal underneath my dick. And I'm like, what are you doing?
Right.
She's like, I need milk because she's a cum whore.
Right.
Right, Katie?
Right.
Show
Oddly
your
enough,
face.
Oddly enough, I had a dream last night about milking udders, so maybe that's what I was doing.
Milking who?
Udders?
An udder?
Yeah, when
Is
you
that like a
when you
swamp
said-
creature of sorts?
No, it's an animal teat, specifically
Oh.
a cow.
Wait, you were milking
udder.
cows last
In my
night into your
dream,
mouth?
Yeah.
Yeah, but that's
There
a
you have
metaphor
it.
for my penis
Yeah.
for sure.
Yeah.
Because I'm kind of a cow.
I woke up really full.
Yeah.
Oh man.
Wow,
Yeah.
there's a lot of cum.
No, I came in her mouth in the middle of the night. I sleep jizz.
Oh, there you go.
Yeah, I'm like a cum zombie.
But yeah, this fucking
Hey, man, some work, some don't. Ding, fuck. You know?
this porno mag was like from the 70s and it was nothing but blowjobs. So it was all these just Bob Ross looking motherfuckers with big beards and big bushy hair
Yeah.
standing with their fists at their hips, standing
Yeah.
up, getting blown by women. And it was nothing but blowjobs.
Uh-huh.
And we were all just like, dude, this is not what we were looking for.
Bit gay for you.
I mean,
Too much dick.
I mean, at that time, I don't even know if I had gotten a blowjob at that point.
Yeah.
So watching people get a blowjob when you never had one, you're just like, can we get back to like the chick stuff? Like stuff happening to her?
You didn't think that was potentially a good move?
No. I mean, after I had gotten a blowjob, yeah, when you watch somebody getting their
You
dick
couldn't have
sucked in
figured that
video.
out before you got an actual blowjob.
No.
I would have figured the photos would have given you an indication that getting sucked off would have been pretty good.
I mean, I was definitely like, yeah, I can't wait till this happens to me, but I don't really want to watch this fucking dirty hippie get blown.
Right. There you go.
So that was like a huge bummer. Everybody was like, yeah, let's just go back to playing cards or something. So he took that magazine and snuck it in my suitcase.
Oh, he didn't even tell you.
No.
Oh, that's
So
bullshit.
I got home from the school trip and I'm in my room unpacking all my stuff and I take that out and I was just like, oh, and just threw it under my bed and hid it.
Ugh.
and forgot about it. I forgot it was there.
You fucked up.
And one day when I was at school, my mom was doing laundry and the dog grabbed a pair of socks or something, ran under my bed. This is according to my mom.
Yeah.
And she reached under my
She's
bed
lying.
to try and get it. Found the porno mag, and I come home from school and she's like, we have to have a talk.
Oh,
And she pulls out Women Who Love to Eat Cum or
Yeah.
whatever it was called. And I was like, no. I was like, look, I know this is the worst excuse in the world, but I swear I was just holding that for a friend. He stuffed it in my fucking suitcase when we went to DC. I was like, I don't even want to look at this. It's just wieners.
there you go.
And she was like, you know what?
She didn't believe you.
You're right. It is just wieners. I believe you.
Oh,
And I think it worked.
Oh, wow.
I mean, it was
Whoa.
the truth, but I think she went for it.
Where'd the magazine end up?
Trash.
Yeah.
I get that.
She threw it out.
I feel like I wanted to believe my daughter like on the weekend. And it was like, I hear the words coming out of my own mouth and I'm like, dude, she is not holding it for a friend.
Yeah.
Come on. But I wanted to believe that for sure.
I mean, I guess that is the good part about weeding out your children's behavior is they are not very good at excuses. So they think they got the good one, but every generation before them tried that same shit.
Yeah. Yeah, especially when I found out that it was empty. I was like, wow, you are busted.
Yeah, right?
Yeah.
One left.
Yeah.
Did you take it?
And put it in the trash.
Oh.
Oh, you didn't eat it?
Fuck no. I don't eat black market gummies.
No?
I got weed. I got good weed. I don't need like some extra panic attack or, like if I don't know what I'm putting in, if it's, I don't really like eating weed that much.
Yep.
I know it's
I
probably
do
better on
sometimes
your
for
lungs.
sleep.
Yeah, because I could see how that would help. I definitely would sometimes if I ate, but it was a lot. I would eat a lot and then I would definitely sleep in the next day. But feel like I also would wake up pretty hazy.
Yep.
After sleeping a long time. It took me a while to wake up. So I wouldn't like recommend doing that every night. But I guess if I'm behind on sleep, even though I heard that if you get a good night's sleep after not having a couple of days of bad sleep, that doesn't just like even it all out.
Right.
It takes way more than that. Yeah, but yeah, eating a lot of it and not knowing how much is it. They're my only differences. If it's from the store and they legally have to give you the right dose, then I know what I'm putting in, so I would eat it. But if it's just like, yeah, man, it says 400 milligram on the box. I don't know what that means. Like, does that mean the gummies got 400 milligrams in each one, or the whole box adds up to 400 milligrams? Either way, they don't know exactly what's in that gummy either.
How do you know they're from the streets?
I just told you because it's 400 milligram packet. You can't buy
Oh.
400 milligram from the
Sorry.
weed store in California. You can only buy 100 milligram candies, max.
It's weird because you used to be able to.
Yeah.
Like they were at the point, I mean, there was a race between these edible companies to see who could just make the world's most powerful
Yeah, because
gummy.
Joey Diaz had it was like 800
Stars.
milligrams of fucking gummy. And he was like chewing them on the show.
Oh, wow.
I also heard that he was the Lee, the guy that's on his show.
Yeah.
That he might have eaten something else as well as that. From one of the videos that I thought was like one of the funniest things I've ever seen. This dude's just gone.
Yeah, he used to dose Lee all the time.
Yeah.
Like, here, eat this Death Star. And then he would go to another dimension.
And the dude's just like sweating, fucking
Really?
passing out while he's on the market. I'm like, holy shit, dude.
That is funny shit.
Yeah, like a real. It looked like he might. Like I'd maybe get him to the emergency room. He looked
Right.
bad.
Wow.
Yeah. But those guys are on a different level. They thought it was hilarious.
I mean, I've been there. I remember back in the day, some woman hit us up and was like, "Hey, I made Wolf Knives beer. I brewed it. I'm a beer brewer, and I made it specifically for you guys. Would you like me to bring some to the studio?" And you were like, "Yeah, come on down." And she showed up with, when you go to Bevmo and you buy a bunch of wine and they give you like a box to sort of stuff it all in. She had one of those filled with all these beer bottles of different flavors she brewed.
Yeah.
So she let us all try the Wolf Knives beer. And then she had blueberry beer and all these flavored ones. And then she was like, I don't really smoke weed, so I don't know if I did it right, but I also made this beer with marijuana in it. And you were like, oh, okay, Kevin can have that one. So I was like, all right, cool. Took it there, drank it, and it annihilated me. I had to get Josh to give me a ride home from the studios. I went up to got up to my apartment, fell on the couch, and with one good hand leaned over to my computer, ordered a large pizza from Domino's, ate the entire thing, and then fell asleep on the couch for like 16 to 18 hours.
Right. So she probably put like 100 milligrams in there.
I'd say probably more.
Yeah, that just about does it. Like I know there was some. What are those chocolate bars that we would get for a while, Katie?
Punch bar.
Yeah, punch bars, and I
Ooh.
believe it was 100 milligram chocolate bar.
Yeah, those are
And
strong.
Katie, the pieces that break off are 25 milligrams each. And when I first got them, Katie broke off a half of a piece,
Oh, wow.
and had a panic attack and had to take a Xanax. And then this is back when I used to drink, but every now and then when I would drink too much, I would go into the radio room and sing Silverchair by myself. And
What
then-
song would you whip out?
Tomorrow.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's the only one.
Yeah, on repeat.
Yeah.
I would just sing.
How's that go again?
How does it go?
Something about a fat boy. Remember that?
Oh yeah, fat boy, wait till tomorrow. Some shit like that.
Yep.
Yeah, remember that one?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
It's the only good one they had.
It kind.
They had like one other one that was okay.
It
on
was
the
okay,
album.
but yeah.
It wasn't Fat Boy.
Tomorrow. Yeah, that was just one of the greatest songs ever written.
He did a solo album a couple years ago that I really liked.
Yeah,
Yeah, nobody liked it, but I
Huh.
did.
he seems like a pretty cool dude.
I guess.
Right. I don't like that kid that tried to sue Nirvana for being on the cover as a baby. That kid's a bitch.
Wait, when did that happen?
Recently, yeah.
Like now,
The baby tried to sue.
now he's like fucking 30 and he's like, oh, I've been tormented my whole life. I'm like, shut the fuck up. No one would even know. You know?
Yeah, nobody would have
How
known
did they
that
get
he-
How did they get the picture?
Didn't a friend take it and give it to them?
I don't know the story behind it, but he used to like do appearances and be like, "Hey, it's me, you know, the naked baby.
Yeah.
Come meet me." And now he's like, "Oh, I'm the naked baby. I'm suing you. That was bad."
Well, you just answered my question as to what his real plan is. If you're saying, hey, I'm doing meet and greets, I'm the baby from that album cover, you're a useless prick that's looking to get an easy way out in life. And those people are sue happy.
Yes.
He's like, a lawyer probably said, hey, man, I could get you money if you sue them. He's like, yeah, hell yeah. I was doing bullshit appearances for being a fucking baby on the cover. So I'll take any money I can get. Fuck everybody. That's
Yep.
what he did. And you're ruining it. You're ruining the world. You, sir, are a bitch. And other people are going to go, oh, bitch seems pretty cool. And then we all turn to bitches. Thank you, you fucking bitch.
Yeah, he's trying to make the argument that it's child porn.
Yeah.
Well, the world has changed a lot.
And it's like every.
Oh, go
news
ahead, Dingo. The world has changed a lot to the point where if there is a naked, a baby penis.
I'm just saying there's a bunch of pussies out there and the world's changed a lot. So he's going to defect to the world we live in because it seems like we're going a little soft and say that that's child porn.
Yeah.
That makes sense?
I guess, yeah. Well, everyone's scared about molestation and child abuses, and they rightfully should be. And I guess maybe there would be child rapey people that would have saw that cover and gone, hell yeah. I
Was the
guess,
dick
man,
on
I'm
the
finding
cover?
It so it's like,
Yeah.
yeah, it's just dangling like a large clit. It's not much to be. What?
This episode is not going to be banned by YouTube.
No, because you definitely couldn't have that now, right?
What? A large
I don't
clit?
know.
The naked baby.
I don't know about that. How could you not?
Like, could you? I don't know. Like, are diaper commercials child porn?
They don't put the dick in diaper
Yeah, there's no
commercials,
baby
dude.
dicks.
Yeah.
No, but sometimes there's fannies.
No, there isn't.
Show me one.
Oh wait,
I'm not
that means
Googling that.
buttocks, right?
I'm
Yeah,
not googling that thing.
yeah. They might
They
have.
do show baby bumps.
Yeah, I was gonna. Yeah, we got it when he said fanny. You thought pussy, right?
Oh,
Yeah.
I forgot
Yeah.
about that.
yeah,
Yeah,
we're Australian.
fannies or butts here.
Yeah, no, I got
Oh
it.
yeah.
Yeah, you might show. Yeah, you might. I might have seen a baby's butt on a commercial. Okay. Yeah, I don't know. I feel like that's if a cover of a baby in the pool and you see his wiener, and you think all the child molesters out there are like, hell yeah. I mean, I'm not a child molester, so it's hard to get into the mind of a child. I don't understand. It's not very sexy. It's like a kid swimming. How did you? I don't know. I guess people can sexualize anything, right?
It
It's
got
like
everybody.
People get boned up on. People have fucked exhaust pipes. What are we going to ban taking photos of fucking cars?
like
Bad
it's got,
analogy.
it got everybody so spooked that every news outlet that was reporting on it, when they showed the cover art, they blurred his dick.
Yeah.
Well, yeah, I guess he's
How many news? Who picked it up?
Everybody. Yeah, it was on TMZ. You know,
Oh, wow.
every. It was a big story.
Did he win, or is it just did we know how that is going?
Who's he suing? The record label?
No, I think it's
The estate of Kurt Cobain and every surviving member of Nirvana.
yeah. So
Not
like
included.
yeah,
Who?
so
Courtney Love not included?
no, she's in.
Oh, was she got any money?
So that dude's suing Courtney and suing Dave Grohl.
yeah, well, Dave's got a lot.
I know, but suing Dave Grohl because you're on the cover, like your mum signed off on it. Somebody did, right?
Yeah, I mean,
don't
he did.
understand
He
how
was
it's
a
court
baby.
case. Like you paid for the fucking cover. That's it. Like if anybody should go, it's the photographer, right?
Or the parents, like you said, they signed off on it.
Yeah, just,
Babies can't sign paperwork.
Yeah.
right.
little known
Somebody,
fact.
but
Somebody got
somebody
paid for it.
But somebody did. Dingo and I both. You can't have an album cover and be one of the biggest, most famous album covers of all time, and you haven't paid for it.
Yeah.
You would know that it's coming for you.
Also, nobody would have known that's you if you didn't say anything.
Yeah. They still wouldn't. Tomorrow, you know what? He was on the news. I didn't.
Did you recognize him?
He looked like that. Remember that blonde-haired Australian guy on TMZ for a while?
Oh yeah.
He looked like that dude.
The long blonde-haired Australian?
I don't watch TMZ anymore, but when I did, there was like this long-haired
He's
dude.
Australian. He wasn't Australian though.
He
He was a
was.
surfer.
I thought he was Australian.
No, I don't think so. There's an Australian on there now with dark hair.
You're right. Sorry. You're
The other
right.
guy. I knew the other guy.
Yeah, you would.
Yeah.
What happened to him?
He got forced out. Something happened. He was a bit of
Yeah.
a party boy.
He did something wrong.
Yeah.
And that's the end of him.
Yeah.
But no, TMZ didn't report that.
No.
Ooh.
Yeah, he did something wrong.
You
He
grabbed
just, like-
somebody's pussy or something?
No, not like that. I think he just did something that he wasn't allowed to in his contract, or I don't know. I saw him afterwards. He moved to. He was like bartending out here. He's like lives out here,
He went back to bartending?
and then maybe he moved to like he's a surfer guy. I think maybe he moved to like Bali or somewhere.
He was so
I mean, none of
close.
those people get paid very well.
Right. But he was so close to being a celebrity.
He was pretty close.
Yeah. Like, and you know, when you get to a certain level, you kind of have a job for life.
Pretty much
I don't know. Do you think the pandemic stops that thing?
the job for life.
If you're a D-list celebrity that now you have to get a job because there's no like extra gigs where people just hire D-list people to show
Yeah,
up.
to like go to a nightclub in Missouri or somewhere.
Hmm.
Yeah, I don't know.
Yeah, like what? Who's the chick with the crooked tits from the shark movies?
Tara Reid.
Yeah.
I think
What's-
she's all right.
Is she like? What's last time I did? She was on the show right
Listen,
before
I
we
saw
got
her a couple
dropped.
months ago. She's not.
She's fried, right?
She's very fried.
fried and surgery botched, and
Yeah,
like
she was trying to ask for a drumstick off one of our friends, like at a nightclub. He like played a drum set, and she kept
you
like,
mean Travis Barker, right?
no, Rook.
Is he the drummer of?
Machine Gun Kelly?
Okay, so Machine Gun Kelly's drummer. She's trying to get
She's trying to get his drumstick, and her dad had to be like, no, his dad, like the Rook's
the
dad,
drummer's dad.
had to be like, you stop, like she was heckling the drummer while the drummer was trying to play. To get
Wait, she was trying to get the stick while he was playing.
Oh my god. Oh my god.
She is like, dude. When we interviewed her for the right before Sirius dropped the whole fucking thing on us, she had a laptop for the interview. Somebody, a boyfriend or an assistant, was helping her, and at one point she had the laptop, and I was like, okay, because the interview was going wrong. Like she was obviously, in my opinion, she was under the influence of something.
Yep.
And it was making her really like vague and not making a lot of sense. And the wind
And her internet connection
and
was
her
real
internet
bad.
connection, it was all really bad. And I was like, okay, well, thanks for being on the show. We got to go. She goes, great, guys, thanks. And she goes to shut the computer and just points it at her pussy. And she's got a little skirt on so you can just see down in there.
No,
before,
she didn't.
Yeah. And before she shut it, like I saw it, but because we were working for a fucking old man Witherby, nobody saw that video. It wasn't like us, like now, where if we do something, it's captured.
Oh, it was delayed.
No, Sirius never posted it. They didn't have they would post highlights from certain episodes and the rest would just
okay.
disappear.
Yep.
And they posted on Sirius XM where nobody gave a fuck. No one's ever wanted to visually see anything from Sirius XM.
Yep.
It's in your car. That's what it's for when you're driving.
Yep.
And they're trying to be like, oh, the kids are doing videos. And I'm like, man, I was barking about that 10 years ago. You guys are so fucking late. It's
Yep.
insane. So yeah, that didn't really work. Your hair kind of looks like it could be yours.
You look a little like Oompa Loompa-y.
Oh yeah.
You think so?
A little bit.
is
Like a
that-
tall Oompa Loompa.
Is that because I got the pink sweatshirt on?
Is
or-
that Justin Bieber's sweatshirt company?
Yep.
Are you friends with Justin?
I mean, I know him. My friend's actually the head designer of this company, so he does all this shit. So I kind of like it.
Yeah, I like pink, so that works.
Yeah, I
That's
do
pink?
too.
It's like
It's like
white
an off
pink.
pink. Yeah.
Oh,
It's
man.
mainly white though. Don't feel bad, dude. It
Oh,
looks
okay.
white. Yeah.
Yeah, it's you gotta really look.
Right.
It's like it could be a light salmon.
Yeah. A light salmon sounds like a song.
Yeah, I had salmon for dinner last night.
Yeah. Are you trying to eat healthy?
I go in and out. I am right
Yeah.
now though. Yeah,
But when you go out of control.
yeah, I know. I was out of control all kind of like July, August.
Now you're back in control.
Yeah, I'm in control.
That's good.
It
I like
is.
food. My problem is
I like food. My problem is. There it is, Dingo. I mean, if you put the other sentence in front of the other one, it's my problem is I like food.
Yeah, so I'll finish that.
So I'm sorry. Go ahead. Excuse me for interrupting, Dingo.
You know, it's Postmates, and
It's blaming Postmates.
I am a little bit.
They're like,
No,
Dingo. It's Postmates.
It's
Are
my
you looking to get some pizza with some ice cream on the top of it?
It's-
Come on, Dingo. You know you love pizza
my,
ice cream.
It's my fault. It's
Yeah.
my fault.
Oh, there he goes, stepping up,
Yeah.
big boy pants.
Yeah, but if I go and do like shopping and I fill the fridge, then I
Yes.
genuinely eat way healthier.
Okay.
I can't order like good food from Postmates. I can only order
What is your go-to
where?
with the bad food from Postmates?
Mm,
You an Italian food guy?
nah,
Is it pasta or is it burgers? What is the?
it's not burgers. It's carbs though. It's definitely like pasta and like Chinese food and Thai food.
Oh, Chinese food.
But it's not good.
I would like to have some Chinese food from like a Chinese mum that makes the Chinese food at home, but I don't want a Chinese food restaurant because I feel like they've been tainted. I feel like there's some weird budget thing where it's cheap meat, it's shit stuff.
Yep.
And as a guy, as I've already mentioned, I have a fire pit table on my roof. I don't eat that kind of shit, okay?
Yep.
I eat very clean fuel. I'm now pretty into it. All the talking that I did in my 20 years of being an athlete about what's good for you and what isn't, I actually am at this point finally like living what I talk about. Like I feel like I've got some vegan marshmallows that from time to time I'll eat some vegan marshmallows before I go to bed. But everything else is good for you. That's all I eat. Stuff that is good for you.
Yeah, that's good.
Plant-based supplements and plant-based
Are you not
foods.
eating meat?
Nah,
When was the last time you had meat?
over a month ago.
Oh wow, how's your body feel?
I'm almost down to 200 pounds,
Oh wow.
and I feel faster. I feel like my brain is working more efficiently. I feel like it's a little easier to get the words out. I think that I am sort of planning a little bit more. I don't know if it's like the adrenaline of Ellis mania approaching, but I'm definitely I can kind of tell that I'm a little bit sharper and I'm a little less tired because I've been suffering lately. I've been skating a lot and training a lot, and it's been exhausting me. And I've had days where, once I trained 2 days at Saxon's once, and I was so tired that I didn't train for 3 days. Every day I woke up, I was like, not today. And then next day I was like, yeah, not today. And then the next day I was like, wow, to be sure, to be safe, I should probably hold off one more day before I train.
Yeah, wow.
And that was kind of the beginning of me trying to do this because I saw a podcast where a guy who's like 55 does triathlons and he's like, it's plant-based diet that gives me the energy to do this. I'm like, I know it's not right for everybody, but I got to try to find out just in case it works. And I feel like maybe it's the micro dosing because I know mushrooms makes me not want to like do certain things that are bad for me. Like mushrooms get me off the internet. Mushrooms get me from eating bad. Like it makes me want to eat healthier when I'm on them. But yeah, I don't want to kill anybody. I only want to kill like Louis J. Gomez. Everybody else, I want them to live.
Right. That's cool.
Yeah. So it works out well. Thanks for being on, Dingo. I really appreciate you coming in.
I appreciate you guys.
And
Yeah, good to
filling
see
the
you,
tally
friend.
chair. Yeah, we love you very much. And thanks for being a part of it. Everybody, like and subscribe. Make sure you check out the YouTube and all the rest of it. And then, of course, our Patreon shows. 2 Jason Ellis shows a week and 2 Jason Ellis solo shows a week. That's 4 shows for $10 to $15 a month, depending if you want video and audio or just audio. That's patreon.com/Ellis, mate. Enjoy the rest of your day, everybody. Don't die.
Bing, boing, poing, 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 poing. Poing, poing, poing. Boing, 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 boing. Boing, 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 boing. Boing, 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 boing. Meow, 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 meow. Meow, 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 meow. Meow, 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 meow. Fucking
If you want more Jason Ellis Show, sign up for their Patreon at patreon.com/EllisMate for a 2-hour show every Tuesday and Wednesday. To watch full episodes of The Jason Ellis Show, subscribe to us on YouTube at youtube.com/The Jason Ellis Show. And don't forget to follow the crew on Instagram at Wolfmate, at Tullywood, at Kevin Kraft, at Underwearwolf, and at The Jason Ellis Show.
Meow,